Have you ever spent an entire Saturday morning driving to 3 different grocery stores just to save $4 on eggs and detergent? You get home, you're exhausted, your gas tank is lower, and you feel like a financial hero because you save money. But then you sit down, you open your laptop, and you type a question into Google. In point 0.5 seconds, you get 2 million results. And in that same point 0.5 seconds, Larry Page just made more money than you will earn in the next 3 years. Doesn't that feel broken? You're out there grinding, trading your literal life force for coupons, while he's built a system that harvests wealth while he sleeps, breathes, or kite surfs on a private island. Here's the thing. We've been conditioned to think that wealth is about saving. We're taught to be hunters, out there chasing every individual dollar. But Larry Page isn't a hunter. He's an architect. He doesn't look for money, he looks for scale. Today, I'm going to show you the search engine secret of the ultra-wealthy and why your obsession with saving is actually the very thing preventing you from ever being rich. My name is Nick, and I spend way too much time thinking about the physics of capital and why most people are working 10 times harder than they need to. If you're someone who feels like you're running on a treadmill, moving fast but staying in the exact same place financially, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today, we're going to stop hunting and start building. Now, look, most personal finance advice is built on the arithmetic mindset. Earn $10, spend $8, save $2. Well, that math is for people who want to stay average. Larry Page's secret is built on the exponential mindset. He doesn't care about addition, he cares about multiplication. Most of us are taught to trade our time for money, but time is linear. You only have 24 hours. Even if you're a high-paid lawyer charging $500 an hour, you have a ceiling. You are a 1x machine. Larry Page built a 1 million x machine. He realized early on that the secret to massive wealth isn't working harder, it's decoupling. Decoupling your income from your hours. If your income is tied to your presence, you aren't building wealth. You're just owning a very fancy job. Let's look at the numbers. According to Forbes, Larry Page's net worth is roughly $120 billion. He hasn't been the CEO of Google since 2019. He hasn't worked a standard shift in years. The saver saves $500 a month at 7% interest. After 30 years, about $600,000. Not bad. That's the hunting method. The architect owns equity in a system. Google handles roughly 8.5 billion searches a day. If Google makes just 1 cent from 1% of those searches, that's $850,000 a day. Passive, decoupled revenue. You are trying to save pennies by driving to different stores. He is collecting pennies from billions of people simultaneously using code. You are playing addition. He is playing leverage. Now, you might be thinking, Nick, I'm not a computer scientist. I get it. But the secret isn't the code, it's the psychology of output. We've been brainwashed to believe that if something is hard work, it must be valuable. Your brain tells you, if I sweat for 10 hours, I deserve $500. Larry Page's brain says, if I spend 100 hours building a system that works for 10,000 hours without me, I've won. The sure thing is a trap. It prevents you from building systems. The 1% are obsessed with set it and forget it. They would rather earn $1 passively than $10 actively, because that $1 is scalable. Look, was there luck? Of course. But luck is just a multiplier. If your system is 0, 100x luck is still 0. Larry Page's genius wasn't just the algorithm, it was the business model. He built an ad auction system. Instead of selling ads manually, the ads sell themselves. Thousands of businesses bid against each other 24 hours a day. Larry Page isn't the salesman. He owns the coliseum where the salesmen fight. Think of your income like water. Most people are bucket carriers. Every morning you walk to the well, fill the bucket, and carry it home. If you stop, the water stops. Larry Page laid pipes. At first, the bucket carrier looks richer, but once the pipe is finished, the water flows forever. Buckets are for survival. Pipes are for wealth. Larry Page doesn't believe in 10% improvements. He believes in 10x.
The math of 10% is maintenance. The math of 10x is transformation. So, how do you apply this? Audit your input versus output. If 100% of your income requires your presence, you are in the bucket zone. Move 10% into the pipe zone. Dividend stocks, digital products, businesses that work without you. Stop saving, start investing in systems. Buy back your time. Learn scalable skills. Every time you spend money or time, ask, does this have an end date or does it have an echo? Coffee has an end date. A share in a global company has an echo. A video has an echo. A blog post has an echo. Look, I know it's easier to keep carrying the bucket, but safe is just another word for stagnant. Larry Page didn't become wealthy by being the best employee. He built systems that create money. You have the same 24 hours. You have the same internet. You can start laying your first pipe today. If you're ready to stop trading your life for pennies and start building your own 10x system, comment architect below. I'll see you in the next video.